Hello GenderqueerChat, it's Callie, it's Saturday, and it's New Year's Day. So Happy New Year, happy 2011. And the topic this week is the holidays. What have we been doing over the holidays, and gender-related holiday stuff, and updates on our lives. So, yes, I went home to my parents' house in Glasgow for Christmas, but I'm now back in my house at university, which university I increasingly find myself thinking of as home as well, because it's so much my own space that I have here, which is nice. Not home forever, but temporary home. And I kind of, this year, I very much latched on to idea of university home, because of difficulties I was having with family and my gender, but things have sort of become better on that front. And actually for Christmas, one of the things that I got in my stocking from my mum was nail polish, which you can see I'm wearing right now. So that's something. That's sort of progress, I suppose. Yeah, seems like progress for me. So yeah, we don't do massive amounts of Christmas things, but as you saw in my video last week, we have a Christmas tree and we do presents and Christmas dinner, but that's all really. So yes, that was good, Christmas, and I met up with various friends from home, and then I came back here, and I was really tired because all my family are insomniacs, and so in the middle of the night, and I have trouble sleeping as well, so if I get up in the middle of the night, go downstairs and make myself a sandwich or get a glass of water or something, there will always be someone else up wandering around the house, which makes it harder to sleep yourself, because there's always doors opening and closing and the loo flushing and things like that. So yeah, I hadn't been sleeping very well, so I find it difficult to sleep, but once I am asleep, I stay asleep for the amount of time that I think I need to, that my body thinks I need to sleep. So I was like sleeping from 4 AM until noon, 5 AM until 1, that sort of time, which is not really ideal. So what I often do when I get in these situations when I'm at home is I starve myself of sleep for one sleep period so that I will return. And not last year but the year before, I tried to do this, but then finding that after I starved myself of sleep for one night, when it came to go to sleep at the sensible time, I still couldn't sleep. And I became really panicked, and I thought I had broken myself and was never going to be able to sleep ever again. But finally, after going 48 hours without sleep, I was able to go to sleep. But then I was so tired that I slept all the way through, and it didn't fix anything. But so what I did this year was, knowing that I wouldn't be able to sleep at home, I starved myself of sleep the night before coming back here, which happened to be New Year's Eve. And New Year's Eve in Scotland is an especially big thing called Hogmanay, and there's like street parties and loads of people have parties in their house, and you sing Auld Lang Syne. I know you do that other places, but we invented it, so it's even bigger. And yeah, and so usually most people stay up until the bells, until midnight, and there's a a lot of really rubbish television. It's like Christmas television, but even worse, New Year television. And oh my goodness, it's terrible. It's like they have all these sketch shows and things, and Hogmanay coverage. It's really bad, but you feel kind of obliged to watch it. And there's always people out in the street singing and stuff, and yeah, I seem like a bit of a spoilsport, but I'm just not that into it. And this year, in fact, because I was so tired, this year was the first year that I didn't stay up until the bells, since I was old enough to be allowed to stay up till the bells, which was like when I was 9 or something. So, yeah. But otherwise, yes, things are going fairly well. I've got exams in January, and then I am going to visit a friend in Munich who's doing her year abroad in Germany, in Munich, after the exams, which will be fun. And then we have a bit of a break in January, and then term starts again near the beginning of February. So this is sort of a weird month of no classes, but I do have to, do work on things. But one of the things I have to revise actually is for my literary theory class today I am going to be revising queer theory. So I think GenderqueerChat counts as revision in that sense. But it's such a lovely day that I think after I finish doing this, I'm going to go for a walk, because the weather hasn't been great, and I haven't been able to do the kind of walking in the countryside and things, which I usually like to avail myself of. When I was home, there's a big park near where we live, because Glasgow is the city in Britain with the largest number of parks and gardens per square mile, which is an interesting fact about my hometown, which I like. And there's a big park near where we live, and I tried to go walking in it, but all the paths were just like sheets of ice, because it had snowed and thawed, and then frozen over, and all the paths were just these big sheets of ice. And I'm amazed I didn't fall. I have fallen twice on the ice so far this winter, and hurt myself. So I'd like not to have to do it again, but it looks like it's beginning to warm up, and there's just this wonderful feeling today of, it was really nice yesterday, big blue skies, and not quite so blue skies today, but there's just this wonderful feeling of we're out of the worst of it, we're out of the darkness, and spring is on the horizon. And I just realised I forgot the most important thing about Christmas for me, about a British Christmas, is Doctor Who, the Christmas episode of Doctor Who, which is on Christmas, and I watched that, and I was really the only member of my family who was excited about it. I have a 12-year-old cousin who who used to be the other person in the family who was excited about Doctor Who, but he's almost 13, so he's definitely too cool for Doctor Who. And I watched Doctor Who. It was awesome. So yeah, I hope everybody else had a good time celebrating whatever holidays it is that they celebrate, and it is now 2011, so have a nice New Year's Day, and all the best for the new year.